Folks, how's it going? It's your boy Roar. We're here to check out a cover of a Kira song called Focus, covered by Yano Kuromu. I hope I pronounced that name correctly. This was suggested by a commenter who sent a super thanks for the reaction. I apologized for not getting to it sooner. Normally in my YouTube analytics and stuff, I'm able to, condense comments to ones related to, like paid comments and stuff. And for some reason, I couldn't find any of that information. So I apologize to the commentator for, not being on top of this. But yeah, we're going to get right into it. I have not heard the original before, but I do have the lyrics up here. So we're just going to be checking this out. I am very excited. I don't know what to expect. Let's get into it. Ooh. Really cute model. I like this. Okay, so first of all, really like the very sort of simplistic, albeit spooky sort of bass. Boom, 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 boom. Not anything too crazy yet. And her voice sounds very, very nice. It's cutting through really buttery smooth right now. Love the outfit she's got on. The coloration here is really, really cool. The stylization of the everything from the text overlays, having that kind of chrome gradient, but then also in the background it's kind of like melting. I don't know how people do videos like this. I would never be able to make something like this. But anyway, onto the lyrics. Can I get all your attention? I bet you don't know me yet. The gaze that sees through the depths of you, like it keeps flowing, my IQ ammo, easily the best in the world. A catalyst I know. When I say go, put your hands up. So it's like, we're talking about trying to get attention from an audience, I'm assuming. And you kind of know your worth, but you're also acknowledging I'm kind of hungry for this attention, from my understanding. A catalyst I know. When I say go up, put your hands up. So, okay. Interesting. Let's dial it back just a skosh. And then we have the riser come in. Okay, harmonizing. Okay, first of all, I love her voice. She's already shown a lot of variety, singing very quietly, but sounding very aggressive. There's some ways that people can sing quietly, and it just sounds really quiet. But she sounds like she's only calming her voice because that's what she needs for the track, if you catch what I'm saying. She sounds like she's got a very powerful voice, very on top of the tempo here. Great harmonizing there. After we had the little riser and then we go into the drums, kind of adding to more of the beat, there's a couple different production things that sound really, really cool. So yeah. Dun, 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 dun. So the synth is coming in at a little bit of a different tempo. Very, very interesting. I also I really can't get enough of her fit and how that looks. It's so cool. I don't know how people design stuff like that. I don't get it. Okay, so it sounds almost like, because the bass, the main harmonic part of the instrumental, it sounds kind of like it was like, so then that's matching with her. So the harmonizing that she's doing is following that bass, that bassy, I should say, that bassy harmonic part of the instrumental, which is very, very cool. It can be really hard if you have a beat that's mostly, that has this very low bass, to find, okay, well, an octave higher or 2 octaves higher than that would be this. So then that is where I can find the chord to kind of build off of what I'm singing. It can be difficult to do. So props to Kira for that. I'm assuming that is all very similar with the original song, and that's what she's drawing from. So shout out to Kira with that. And that little waver right there, shine, 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 shine. Like I don't recall many times hearing people do that, unless you either have perhaps a lot of vibrato that gives you that sort of warble effect, or if you're purposefully adding some warble to your voice to convey like nervousness or timidity, but I'm not assuming that that's what's going on here. But okay, so we get this little sort of clap breakdown.
Let me focus, and it must feel like a new size. So don't get too close when I'm you wanna flow with me. We take them.
Ooh, okay, so there was two harmonizations there. Coming through. Then it sounds like she was in a head voice. Coming through. Like, but even like it sounds squeaky there at the end, so I don't know if she was like really straining maybe another octave higher from that, or if she was just adding that effect on there. I also like this breakdown. We had this huge buildup, and then it's just simple bass, and then she's really able to layer on top of that with some swag, some tone in her voice. It happens a lot, I think, if you're doing well as a vocalist, when you take moments of an instrumental that might be really colorful and busy, kind of fall back a little bit, maybe be a little bit more simple. But then when it's simple, really show a bit more of your vocal ability. So.
Let me focus, and it must feel like a new size. So don't get too close when I'm
yeah. So coming through. Coming through. So that's cool. So it's two octaves. Excuse me. Ooh, and then that was even higher. Coming through. Coming through. This whoo. I don't know if that was synth in the background or if she was going. That's woo. Okay, let's check out some of the lyrics here real quick. All right, so yeah, I'm a shine, shine, shine. Can't stop my fantasy that twinkles. Now you see, I engulf the starlit sky whole and dye it into my hue. Okay, I heard into my hue. Okay. So we're really talking about I'm owning this. I'm going to get what I want. Boom. And I don't know anything about whether this is a song about, hey, just having that ambition to get what you want and not stopping for anything, or if it's kind of this, kind of in like an Aishite song where it's like, I'm sick in the head and I'm so desiring for feedback from others that I'm going to just, get it however I can. Please let me know in the comments if you know more about perhaps what Kira's focus was with this song, because it could go either way from what I'm seeing with the vocals here, or the lyrics here. Hidden deep within my universe, come find me now. Hear the voice that's calling out. I'll show you the truth of this world that's never been before. So, baby, for now, calm down. Let me focus under my spell like hypnosis. So don't get too close when I'm coming through. You want to roll with me? Coming through. We take them down. Yes, I tell you what to do. I got nothing to prove. Cold when I move, when I focus. I'll tell you what to do. down to my spinal fluid. I'm bulletproof. Oof. Cold when I do what I do, when I focus. Woo! I mean, like I said, she knows what she's about. So, yeah. Okay, so I think, yeah. Ooh, I love that with the the drums obviously giving the the very straightforward beat, but then the synth coming in, just it's I'm trying to think what preset it is, but obviously with synth like that, the more you would press down, from what I'd experienced with playing a little bit of synth in my life, some of the presets, when you press down a lot, it kind of has more of a, like there's a bit more spread with that effect. But when you, similar to a piano, just a normal piano, when you hit it and it goes bling, 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 it's just because you're being very light with it. So I'd like to think that for that section, you're just going, just showing just a little bit of buzz on that, but not too much. I love that. Okay. Under pressure, baby, I could do it in my sleep. Okay, no. Back at my best, I finesse. It's no secret. A monster that my intelligence keeping its cool, my attitude. So you're acknowledging, hey, I'm really smart with knowing how to do this, but I also have to keep myself under wraps a little bit. I can't go full bore. I can't go crazy about this. I got to keep it cool because my attitude wants all this stuff, but part of my facade here is keeping it all under wraps. I'm able to calmly and confidently just get everything that I want. Target in my sight, locked in, ready to shoot like, Mayday, this is an emergency, working under pressure, baby, I can do this in my sleep, the brain that can even rewrite all reason in the universe. Okay, yeah. So, I mean, she said it pretty clear. Ooh, and it's also panning. So it's like, burm, 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 burm. That's cool. I love that. Also, side note, I like when she went into the target in my sight, locked in, ready to shoot like. Before that it was monster that's my intelligence, keeping it cool with my attitude, da, 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 da. But then it's target in my sight, locked in, ready to shoot like. So then after we have the end of the next verse, she goes back to the da-ba-da-da-da-ba-da rap flow when the rest of the line was very da-da-ba-da-da-da-ba-da-da. So I say that because in a lot of American rap, at least, you basically keep the rap flow for the whole structure. And normally it's either 2 bars or 4. You get a whole chunk where it's like da-ba-da-ba-da, 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 da-ba-da-ba-da. So the fact that she's going da-ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, and then continuing that into the next stanza, I guess, is cool. I feel like there's a lot more overseas rap that plays around with a lot of different flows, from my limited understanding. Yeah, so then now the when I go, I'm a ga-da-da-da. That's the bridge to the chorus. So when you I can do this in my sleep, so I like how they had that organized, those 2 lines. So Nice harmony right there with that. Also, that's another cool thing too. We get the boom bass right there, and she hit that harmonic harmony right there. I like that because again, it's something that in a lot of sort of trap songs like this, you wouldn't really have to pay that much attention to the instrumentation if you didn't want to. So that speaks all the more to Akira being able to be like, hey, here's this bass note that we can still draw from. We just have to be aware of like, hey, this is what the note is. Let's do a couple octaves higher, and then we're going to be able to play off of that with the harmonizing. So.
Let me focus, and it must feel like you know size. So don't get too close when I'm you wanna flow with me. We taking time, yes. I'll tell you what to do. I gonna feel a proof call when the move, and the focus. I'll tell you what to do. Knows another bulletproof call. When I do, will I do when the focus. Tired of go, but don't break your mind focus.
I like that. I just had to hear the rest of it out. I really like that. Yeah. Let me see. Yeah, down to my spinal fluid on Bulletproof. That's just so cool. I'd never heard spinal fluid referenced in that way. I'm the one and only, and I'm crowned. I'll snatch that ace. An ace, obviously the highest card in a hand. There's plenty of ways that in cards, in poker, or in anything like that, having an ace can totally change the value of the hands that you're betting with. So there's those metaphors as well. I'm crowned, the king also. King is right underneath the ace. I'm going to snatch the ace. I got the crown. Mesmerize the whole universe. So cool. Bow down your head. Don't break my focus. So it's also implying, hey, you're beneath me. I'm not going to be bettered by you. I'm going to handle this. I think that also makes it kind of humanizing too, with what we were talking about before, that even though she's saying, I do what I do. I got nothing to prove. I'm able to do all these things. She's also having to be mindful of like, hey, this is something that I have to keep under wraps sometimes. So it's a human component. It's not speaking from this godlike perspective. It's from someone who's really pulling themselves out of, allowing themselves to be walked over in order to, get what they want. So if I'm assuming any of this correctly, please let me know in the comments if you know more about this. This was really, really great. Appreciate, again, to the person who suggested this. Hopefully I'll get back to all the other reactions and stuff I had planned. I just wanted to prioritize this because a commentator gave me a super thanks on it. Again, I'm just sorry that it took so long. So anyway, that's all I got to say about that. Please go to the link in the description and support the person that made this cover, and I'll put Kira's original song in there as well. So thanks for watching. See you next time.